share with you some musings about the importance of location for creativity. My creative inspiration, as I shared with you in my opening video, if you happen to watch it, is being here in Cozumel, Mexico. Now, that's not to say that I need to be here in Cozumel, Mexico in order to be creative. I want to clear that up right away. The truth is that creativity is something that can happen anywhere. However, there are certain places that you may find in your life that allow you to feel especially inspired. I know myself, being here on this island has a magical quality for me. As I mentioned in my previous video, my inner child feels like she can run and jump and play and just be. I feel connected to her here. I always want to buy pencil crayons here. I always want to buy markers, and I just want to draw and color and paint, and I feel very much connected to my body here, probably because it's hot and I sweat a lot. And I also feel very connected beyond just the physical and beyond that inner child kind of wonder of wanting to go exploring both within myself and outside of myself. I also feel there's a spirit of place. So what exactly am I talking about when I'm coining the term spirit of place? Maybe you've used that term before yourself. What I mean when I use spirit of place is that there is an energy that is a resonant energy. And when energy resonates with us, with me, with you, it's energy that feels harmonious, it feels supportive, it feels nurturing. And there's a long history to this island, which I'll share more about in another post, another video. However, what I will say is that being in that energy really reminds me to go within. It reminds me to connect with my feminine side more. I've found in my own life sometimes being in the big city that, back in Toronto, that there's a different energy that I kind of calibrate to, but it feels more harmonious for me being in this energy. This is like my docking station, because I feel like that's where I rediscover my balance. Now, that being said, Spirit of Place is a place also that may connect us, not even in this lifetime, but past lifetimes, to energies that resonate, or energies that want to be healed or resolved too. It can go both ways. Either way, I've also been attracted very much to and curious about the Mayan culture, because there's something about it that really resonates with me here. I've taken Mayan language classes here at the museum for quite a number of years, and they've been in Spanish to Mayan, so talk about multitasking and learning 2 languages at the same time. The first 15 minutes, I didn't even remember my name, but it got easier from there. One of the big things that I would just invite you to entertain is, where do you feel the energy amplifies, nurtures, resonates with you in a way that sparks that creativity? Now, there's 2 parts to this that I want to share with you, because this can both be a blessing and a trap on the creative journey, and I'm going to explain how in just a second. So, finding that place, or recognizing even that there is such a place. Oftentimes we look for that place outside of ourselves. We happen to be traveling, or maybe we are at home and we just find ourselves gravitating to a certain place in our home. Or maybe we're out and about, very Canadian saying, and we notice that, there's a particular locale. Maybe it's out in nature. Now, again, depending on the climate you're in, out in nature can happen year-round, and sometimes that can be a little more challenging. Thinking of Canadian winters right now versus Cozumel summers. So once you can recognize that there is a place that really feels nurturing for you, helps you to remember that little spark inside of you and fan it. That's the first step, because the outer place that you locate yourself in can help to really fan that flame inside of you. Especially the more conscious you are that you are actually setting the intention to connect to the energy of place. And like I was just saying, sometimes we can't always be in that place. Like at this point in my life, I would love to be here year-round in Cozumel, Mexico. And for the time I am here, it really is my docking station, because it allows me to really go in more deeply to that place. But what this beautiful island has also taught me is that I ultimately, first, before perhaps I'm able to live here more regularly than I have been blessed to already, that it's about recognizing first, spiritual lesson number one, that I need to be able to give gratitude for that connection, and then realize that, use that felt sense, use that recognition of what nurtures me, what really recognize it in my body, in my heart, and then recapture it in different places. Because the trap we can fall into as creative people is it can become an excuse. It can become an excuse to not be creative. You know, yes, we want the perfect, for some of it's a desk with everything set up just so, and it has to be tidy, and it has to have, I don't know, everything has to be arranged a certain way. We get compulsive. And the problem with that is that we can spend our whole time tidying and organizing and setting up our space and not really taking any passionate action that is creative in it, other than tidying, which I guess could be creative, but not truly the kind of creativity that you came there to tap into. And the same thing with Spirited Place. You know, I could fall into the trap and say, I can only be truly, truly connected to my creativity if I'm here in beautiful San Cozumel, Mexico, where my heart feels truly alive for reasons I'm still discovering and rediscovering. When you recognize what energies support you, you can transport yourself back to that place through visualization. And if you're not already familiar with visualization is a technique you can use. I call it active imagination, which I'm sure some other people do too, where you really allow yourself to envision yourself in that energy. And what I found too with visualization is if you can add sound, taste, feeling, like felt sense to it, as well. The more senses you can include in your visualization, the more rich it becomes, the more powerful it becomes. I used to do that with dance in preparing for routines, and I felt it was very helpful. So you can use it to really allow yourself to be transported to a place that holds the same energy, basically, that has the same energy. If you find visualization particularly difficult to do, some people have a really open third eye. Some people are opening their third eye. Some people have developed their imagination and that faculty through taking art classes or drama or dance or music, or it's just always been there and you just always used it. For others, it can be quite difficult sometimes to visualize. So what I would suggest is writing out a description, journaling a description of the place that you've been in, that really resonates with you, that nurtures your soul, and maybe trying to describe it, and then recording yourself speaking like a guided visualization, the journey to that place, what it feels like when you first enter that place, noticing the aromas, the feeling against your skin, what you're seeing, what you're feeling both inside and hearing around you, just to make it as rich and as vibrant as possible. And as you do that, the amazing thing is that you can really create that inner sanctum, if you will, of that nurtures your creativity. And you can listen to that recording, you can use it like a meditation, and you can journey back to that place. And that's one way you can really take care of yourself on the creative journey. So whether your spirited place actually exists here on this planet, it might be somewhere else in the universe, who knows, or but if you discover that it is outside of you, just know that you can take that place back inside of you. This whole channel is all about taking an inner journey into your creativity, tapping into your creative self. So I want you to feel alive and well, and I want your creative self to feel it is flourishing. And so spirited place is the word of the day in this video. Really think about how you can create your own connection to spirited place, and let that be your inner sanctum that you journey to. If you have any questions, I'll include the link below to my email, and feel free to fire me off a question, and I hope to speak to it in one of my upcoming videos. Anyways, thank you for your time. Many blessings. Wishing you a beautiful creative journey, one that sparks that inner flame, fans it, and allows you to be the best, most creative version of you that you can be. Because the world needs you. The world needs you to be your creative self. The world needs you to share what you came here to share, even if you're not sure what it is. Just keep trusting that you'll discover it, and hold the faith. Namaste and Makek Alakim. I am another you, and you are another me. Even if we get tongue-tied. All the best.